ask you to unmute yourself.
It's all yours.
Ron, you're muted, Ron. Start over.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is Ron Halbert coming to you from Orlando, Florida. It is April 29th, 2022, and you're on Friday Night Live with myself and Lynn Nakamoto from St. Petersburg. Hello, Lynn. Come on board here.
Welcome, everybody, to Friday Night Live. We're glad you're here. And tonight, we're going to begin with a topic that is dear to every one of us, which is Oh Bless. But tonight, the topic will be about the product itself, the technical aspect of Oh Bless, which some of us may not be aware of, but it will make us very, very appreciative of Oh Bless and ONPASSIVE and Ashmofara. So at this time, we will begin with, let's see, Collins Mana. He is going to give us a general overview about Oh Bless, the product, and how it is unique compared to other crowdfunding platforms. So you can take the floor now, Collins.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ron. And good evening, everyone. So we are all happy to be here again, so to talk about Oh Bless as a product and how it is unique and different from other crowdfunding applications. So let's look at Oh Bless. We know we've attended a lot of webinars, attended Chris Johnson, and everyone's talking about Oh Bless. So we said, all right, what can we do to really, a lot of people look at Oh Bless in what the action that they are doing, they're carrying out, like for instance, the campaigns that they want to do, maybe helping, cancer research, people are talking about what they will do with their funds. But we've not actually paid attention to the products, because I always look at Oh Bless as the heart of ONPASSIVE. Without Oh Bless, there is no ONPASSIVE. So, and this is the heart, the reason why Mr. Ashmofara created all of this, the heart of gold, the heart of giving. And we want to look at that giving heart. I always look at Oh Bless as a king or a queen of ONPASSIVE. It is the crown. So why is Oh Bless, and why is Oh Bless so special? Why is it the heart? And why is it so different from other crowdfunding applications? So let us dive deep a little bit into Oh Bless. Now, when you look at Oh Bless, the way it is structured and the way it is built, it is so unique. It is the uniqueness of Oh Bless that's what would drive a lot of people. And I will say this because sometimes we look at it as only a product that the founder will use. We always look at it, we say it is a product, but it's a product for everyone, everywhere. I've been in a fundraising where I saw people giving money using other platforms. There are people who give £1 million, and people has really a lot of money to give, but where it is this trusted side, they don't know. But when you look at Oh Bless, the way our CEO, Mr. Ashmofara, have structured, everything is so unique, especially with the founders. We talk about driving traffic. Customer will come and they will drive traffic on that side. Whatever thing you write on Oh Bless, it's not only for the founder, the whole world will see it because it is built using artificial intelligence. Now let me dive away from other crowdfunding, which I will not call their name. How many of them are built with artificial intelligence? No. How many of them are driven at traffic, where we can drive traffic on that side? Remember, when you have it, say, call their names, you need to write everything. You have to do the work yourself. Without doing the work yourself, you will never have a dime. So you can write a good campaign. You set up your threshold. You said, okay, this is what I want to run for 1 week, your campaign for 1 week. Sometimes you don't even meet up with your threshold. So you can say, I want to get $1 million or 5,000. Some people you run campaign for 5,000 or $10,000 for 2 weeks. Maybe you want to donate the money for cancer research. You can do marathons and stuff. But once you share, you need to share it to a number of people. Some of them, maybe some people are lucky. They have big organizations. They can go and paste it there and people will come and donate and contribute. But how many people do you know? Some of us will run a campaign, we don't even know a lot of people, so we'll not even meet up with our threshold because it is not driven by artificial intelligence. There is no traffic. You have to bring the traffic yourself. If you're not a marketer, you'll not be able to do it. But when we come, and again, with most of those, you will do the work yourself, and they will take a chunk of money out of it. For instance, they will take some percentage, massive percentage. So they are not really doing anything, but they are taking money because you are using their platform. Let's dive into OBLESS. Our CEO said what? Everything contributed will go for the course, the program, as long as the program is legit. Now, not only the founders will see what you have done, though they will put it behind our system, but not only the founder will see it. Who else? We're talking about 5.5 billion people, targeted traffic on that side. Say you want to run a campaign for, say, cancer research, or say this, people with different things, or maybe, you know, there are a lot of things in this world that people run campaign on. What will happen? Targeted people will come. Those who love your stuff, they will see it online without you even lifting a finger. That is the beauty of OBLESS, because you don't have to do too much work. They will drive traffic on that side. Now, come again, look at OBLESS. There are millions of campaigns running. Remember, people will come and participate on this, our platform, the beauty of this platform. Lots of campaigns. The system will never crash because we have a sustainable system, database, and I'll allow Brother Vincent to talk about how the database is dynamic. Because remember, people will throw funds, people will come and hit that platform. The traffic will be there. So how is it sustainable and how is it secure? I'll leave Brother Oliver and Bob, they will talk about the security of it, and Brother Vincent will talk about the database structure that holds everything and make it more secure so we can have a successful campaign, and whatever we are doing, the world will see. So I will leave it there, and Lynn, take it over. Thank you.
That was a great, succinct overview. Appreciate that. Next, we will have Oliver Fonte. He's going to be talking about security, IT security. Go ahead, Oliver.
Yeah, hi everybody, and I want to thank Lynn, Bob, Collins, Vincent for the OTech Pro guys that are here. I want to say thank you, Mari Degamo. I want to say thank you, Chris Johnson. Thank you for the good job that you're doing for OBLESS. But I want us to look, like my brother Vincent said, we should look at OBLESS as a product. OBLESS is a product. Because all through we've been talking about OBLESS, what OBLESS is going to do, what OBLESS has to do with humanitarian. And OBLESS is the core of ONPASSIVE. OBLESS is the core, is the heart of ONPASSIVE. And we should look at it as if we are looking at OConnect, OStaff, OTrim. It's a product, an independent product that is targeting not only the 5 billion before. We have 5 billion people that access the internet. But with ONPASSIVE, what we know today and what the CEO has been talking to us about, we are not going to target only the 7 or the 8 billion people that billion people in the world, but we are going to target them. They will use ONPASSIVE in one way or the other. So we should look at ONPASSIVE as the core and as an independent product, like OStaff, OConnect, OTrim, mail.ai. And when we look at OBLESS on that direction, then we should know that we are targeting the whole world, including animals. Let me use our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, his words, that we don't only look at the 8 billion, but we look at plus animals. When you come to register to OBLESS as a customer, not as a founder, those who are out there, the 5 billion or the 8 billion people who are out there, that they want to use OBLESS. The good part in OBLESS there is that, and that is the difference between OBLESS and the other crowdfunding out there. ONPASSIVE will drive traffic, like Collins just mentioned, will drive traffic to your OBLESS. That you have your bank account attached to the registration link that you register. For the fee, we don't want to go there because the CEO, they will take care of that to register how much it's going to cost. We'll leave that with the CEO and the corporate office to take care of that. But when you look at ONPASSIVE or OBLESS as a product, as an independent product, like I keep saying, like OConnect, OBLESS, and OBLESS, OBLESS, OConnect, OStaff, we should also look at the security because personal information will be involved. Because when we look at OBLESS, look at what the CEO showed us, that you put your bank information in there, personal information will be involved. We have to secure those information. The encryption part of it, we have to secure it. We have to secure, I'm sorry, those information. The sustainability, the CEO told us on Monday that there will be sustainability of ONPASSIVE. That it will continue, even our kids, our grandkids will come and take over and continue residual income, according to Dr. B. Williams. That sustainability, we have to secure that sustainability to make sure that all the PII, the personal information that is in your bank account that you've registered in OBLESS should be secured, both in transit and at rest. We have to secure all those personal information because we cannot play ONPASSIVE. The good part with ONPASSIVE with others like Facebook, I don't want to call their names, they do sell our information out there. ONPASSIVE will not sell the information of OBLESS. Anybody across all over the world that want to come and register in OBLESS as an independent product, not because when we look at all through with the 4 OTech Pro guys, we've been looking at at OBLESS. Everybody comes and talk, yeah, OBLESS will do this, OBLESS will do this, but we do not look at OBLESS as an independent product. That is why we are here today as the IT Tech Pro guys to make all of us to understand that it is an independent product like any other product in the digital world. And the difference there between any other product out there, ONPASSIVE will drive all traffic to all the domain. Other crowdfunding out there, you will come and register, they will take maybe 3%, 30%. Then you go and look for people to come and register and contribute money. But with ONPASSIVE OBLESS, as an independent product, they will run traffic on that account. That is the difference that we have to understand. ONPASSIVE OBLESS, we will also look at it that we, 1.3 founders, 1.3 million founders, will also contribute. We'll also take advantage of this as founders, contribute money in all founders and make good use of it to carry on our project like Chris Johnson, keep talking about Michigan, homeless. We also have our other Mission for Africa. They are coming up also. We also have winners. They just contributed $1,000 something to send to Cameroon. Remember what the CEO told us, that we should start doing something now. We should not wait when they launch. We should start doing something now. And that is the power of OBLESS within us, the O founders. I will leave it there. Antiline, because if I want to talk about it, I'll keep talking. So Antiline, take it over. Thank you. That was
good. That was a good introduction to that. Appreciate it. Security is very, very important, and we're assured of it when we are in ONPASSIVE with every one of our products. So next we have Vincent Ete, and he is going to be talking about the database. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Antiline. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was muted. Sorry about that. Hello, guys. Hello. Good evening for some of them. Good morning for some people like us. We are 1 a.m. in the UK, so it's good morning. And good evening for the rest of people. And also, thank you, Angeline, for this great webinar. Thanks, Ron, and thanks, Marty. I see Chris. Thank you, Chris. And also, thanks, my brothers, Collins, Bob, Oliver. Well, tonight we have another great webinar, and then today one of our great products, like my brother Collins and Oliver mentioned, Obless is one of our great product, and the product is also based on a database. So we have a database behind the Obless, because every system we use, everything we do, it goes to the database. So it's one of the best product. So to have a big product like Obless, we need that product also needs to register all the information. Everything goes to the product, also register to our database. So again, the database is like a systematic collection of the data. So for those of us, just to remind people what is exactly the database. So that's where all our information goes to that system, and then we use it for our customers, for everything we do with Obless. We use it to bless people. We use it also to retrieve information, to check everything. So it is also very, very important. So that's why we have a big database behind the Obless, and then that database is also recording to the ONPASSIVE system. So, and then we talk, like Brother Oliver told us about the security. So we have a very strong security behind the database. So no one can get into the OS database just like that, no. And then also we have also put every information around, even the monitoring system of the database is done very well. We have a very good performance of the database. For anything you touch, immediately you get a response back from the database. So we have a very good performance around the database. And then the maintenance is powerful. Everything is powerful. Everything goes very well around the database. Security, will not even say this, because security is among the best security in the world, because our database of Obless is also embedded with artificial intelligence system. So like I'm saying, artificial intelligence is doing the job. So everything is going with the artificial intelligence system. So again, the database, people should not worry about the database behind the Obless, because one of the best database among all the products in outside there, because I don't want to mention a name. So this is how the database works. So it's a strong, it's a powerful, and then also we have all the latest security around. The IPv6 also is behind that. So with our data center, because it's also there also in our data center, so it's also protected, because based in our own data center, the intruders, they cannot get to our own information. So the information is keeping secret there in our database. So it's very powerful, very strong. So no one can compare to our system we have in ours at the moment. So this is how the Obless is we're going to use Obless for generation to come, because all the security, all the protection, everything is there, everything is built. And then we have also a backup. We have a copy of that Obless. Everything we do, we have a copy. For anything happen, we can still retrieve the data. Even from 2018, where the company start, we still have all the information in there. So we have that in the house. Everything is safe. Anything, any year, any month, or any date, any hour, we want the information back, we can use our database and then restore to up to the time where we want the information, and then we can get that information back. That's why Obless is a special product among all the products we have in the house. So thank you, Angeline. This is where I'll leave then.
Thank you. That's very awesome. The database is secure, and that's all we need to know. It's protected, and it's very, very important. Yes, thank you so much. And finally, we have Bob Takusi, who is going to be talking about compliance and security on a global level.
Yes, Angeline. Good evening, fellow founders. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Thank you, Uncle Ron. Where's Uncle Ron? I call you Uncle Ron. Good to see you. Mr. Obless, Brother Chris Johnson, good to see you. Brother Mari, it's always a pleasure, and I'm honored to be here as always. As we all know, as my colleagues have said, my brothers Oliver, Collins, and Vincent, as they've said, you know, Obless is a non-profit crowdfunding platform that helps us raise money at a global scale. But there's something beautiful about Obless. It has a multi-currency component in it. So anywhere around the world that you are, or if you are running your campaign, that multi-currency capability helps you to collect your funds quicker, you know? So it's very good. And we also have, my brother Collins talked about the campaigner. We have the campaigner, the people who actually run those campaigns. You know, you come in, you register, and then you register your campaign. There's a system, there's a process that you go through, and the campaign is approved and all that. And then you also have the benefactors. You know, the benefactors are those who give. You know, those are the people that Oliver was saying that ONPASSIVE is going to drive traffic to find those people. The benefactors are the people who are looking for causes to support. So what ONPASSIVE is going to do is, those people, based on their interests, once you launch your campaign, it is approved and everything. As a campaigner, it's in the system. ONPASSIVE drives you traffic to those, you know, to that site, to that initiative, so that you can raise your funds quickly anywhere around the world. That makes it really unique from all the other crowdfunding platforms that are out there. And then also, ONPASSIVE will give you, it has that capability of you know, trying to get direct help. If you're a business person, you could find funding through Obless. It has that capability. Or if you're a startup company, if you want to start up, you have an initiative, you want to start up, it has that capability as well. But you know, all this comes with certain worries, certain issues. The issues that most of this crowdfunding platform or that will face is fraud and abuse and compliance, you know. So, but what you have done is that there are guardrails, you know. There are guardrails. Oliver talked about the security and everything. There are guardrails for that, to protect that. And of course, remember, our underlying layer of this infrastructure is artificial intelligence. Guess what? Artificial intelligence has a detecting capability better than none. So it will easily detect any fraud, abuse that, you know, that is proliferating the system in any way, shape, or form, and it will pick it up. Now is how we respond to it that we have to deal with. So that is very, 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 very significant for us. Now, in terms of compliance, because people can raise funds, like an individual can come and raise funds for your business, or a startup company can raise funds, there are certain compliance requirements that must be met. The Security and Exchange Commission, SEC, has certain rules. There's a regulation called FC that you have to file. You have to file that, you know, with the federal government and stuff like that. So that has to be made known to those who use the system or who use that component of the system, as well as my brother Oliver talked about. We are collecting personal information, personal identifiable information, credit card information. We are collecting money all over the world. So there are certain, our system is built to comply with certain regulations, like what we have something they call PCI DSS, Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard Regulation, which means that our system has to have certain security controls in place to protect this personal information that Oliver talked about. Remember, ONPASSIVE, first of all, number one, our CEO looked all of us in the eyes and told us he's never going to sell our information. And I believe him, and it's true. ONPASSIVE is poised to be the greatest company on earth. We don't need to sell anybody's data anyway. Remember, we are going to be the haunted, so that is not even a problem. But we have the guardrails, we have the security components in place to make sure everybody's personal information or their data is protected. And then in Europe, we have other regulations because we are all over the world, in Europe, Africa, everywhere. There are certain privacy regulations, GDPR in Europe. In California, we have California Consumer Protection Act. All those laws have to be complied with. But ONPASSIVE system, based on what we've spoken with our CEO, online and offline, we know that our security is guaranteed. We have more than enough security controls in place anyways to pass that home. So there's no problem with us at our end with our security as we see it. Now, what I want to end with is just to as my brothers have alluded, to me, ONPASSIVE is a flagship product of ONPASSIVE. OBLESS is a flagship product of ONPASSIVE. Why do I say so? Remember when our CEO, in the initial moment where we are introducing ONPASSIVE to the world on March 30th. At that moment, Ash Mufarah had the attention of the whole world. What he did was he pushed OBLESS first forward before coming with our main, our main product, which is ONPASSIVE. Mr. Mufarah did that to me to show us and the world that this product, this is the flagship of ONPASSIVE. That is who that man is. That is who Ash Mufarah is. That's how he came across to the world, by bringing ONPASSIVE forward, by bringing OBLESS forward first. And in so doing, to me, I believe that Mr. Ash is achieving his personal legend. That is who the man is. I believe Ash Mufarah, from the time he was even a child, a young boy, he had always wanted to do good to the world. And he gets this opportunity. This is the moment. And he says, I'm going to show you guys, OBLESS is what we're going to use to fix this world. And in so doing, he has amassed 1.3 million founders right now, as we are, to you, to all of us, because there's no founder. I don't know of any founder, 99% of all founders right now. I don't know of any founder who does not talk about going out and doing good. I know of none. So Mr. Mufarah has already accomplished his mission with this OBLESS. OBLESS to me is a flagship product of ONPASSIVE, and we're going to hold it very close at heart. We're going to bind ourselves together. We're going to wrap ourselves, 1.3 million founders. If we wrap whole hands together, we can stretch and wrap around each continent. We fix it. We stretch, wrap around our hands around. We go to Australia, we fix it. We go to Europe, we fix it. We go to Africa, we fix it. North America, we fix it. Asia, we fix it. That's what we're going to do with the help of OBLESS. So Antolin, I'm going to send it back to you, and pleasure being here.
Yeah, I think we all share the enthusiasm about OBLESS and the quality of this product. It's outstanding. It cannot be beat. I think that Marty DeGarmo would love to say a few words at this point.
I'm a little bit slow, aren't I? Yeah, that was great stuff, guys. No doubt about it. Yeah, there's so many things going on. I mean, OBLESS is the cornerstone of ONPASSIVE. There's no doubt about it. I don't think that's in question. I'm going to say something that Ash doesn't really want me to say, I'm sure. But since he's not here, I'm going to do it anyway. So, last night we had that webinar with Robin and Chris and myself, and there was a lot of people involved. And it went pretty well. And Ash was listening in from YouTube, because he said, because he's answering questions while it was going on. I'm like, what do you got, a crystal ball now too? And he goes, no, I'm listening on YouTube. I said, oh. And then it sounded like he said, I'm going to come on. So I was chatting with Chris, and Chris like, I think he's coming on. So I called him, I said, are you coming on? He goes, no, I'm on the road. I said, okay, like an idiot, which Chris would have asked him. But anyway, so a little bit later, he said, okay, I'm home. I said, okay. Business trip? And he was kind of like, yeah, it was important. And then he sends me a picture and there's bags all over his living room. Sealed bags with food and water. He's been giving out food and water all night now. So I don't know when he sleeps, but during the time a lot of people would be sleeping, he was handing out food and water again. I'm like, oh my God, what an amazing person. Now, he would not want me to say that because that's not him, but I am going to say it just so people get a perspective of why he launched Oblast first. If you notice in India, they started Oblast without the company even being launched yet, right? I mean, they're doing Oblast right now, helping hundreds, if not thousands of people. And Oblast starts when? Starts with us now. Do you look at things different? I do. Do you think about when you fill your pockets and you're done, how you can help other people? Yeah, I think most of us do. I don't think any of us were bad people. You know why? I'm pretty sure of it. Because you draw people that you're like. ONPASSIVE is full of people that think and feel the same way. Yes, it's like magical, right? It really is. And you notice people that have a big, big issue with it, that will not come in, they don't get it. And it has to do with they're not going to come in and feel comfortable with people that they're not like. Not in all cases, sometimes it's just ignorance, but so it's a big deal. My grandkids are all coming in talking. They could care less if I'm on a live. Anyway, and I wanted to say, you know, Monday was a turning. I don't know if it was a turning point in ONPASSIVE, but it was a turning point. Hold on one second. Yo. Thank you. It'd be okay if you're talking about calculus, but you're talking about candy bars. Anyway, so Monday was a big deal. Monday was a big deal because he actually started doing things that we could see physically that he talked about for 2 years. And I know a lot of people are surprised. Oh my God, my team's missing. No, your team's not missing. It's in the database. And every time somebody makes a sale, they're going to get a commission, and you're going to get a commission indirectly. Boom. That's the way it works. And the funny thing is everybody it gets wrapped up. I think they get nervous. But I want you to keep in mind, as big as this is, and nobody can say they don't think it's big, we know less than 10%. Less than 10%. So we're all part of that, and we are in at the beginning. I don't mean me in 2019 or somebody that started in 2018. I mean the last woman or man that is a founder in this company, maybe in a couple of weeks. That person is in at the beginning. Because if it does happen and we bring in millions and hundreds of millions of people and eventually 1 billion, that's 3 million people a day. So do I think that's going to happen on day one? No, but I think the train will multiply, quadruple, multiply. And if you look at what Mr. Mufar is doing, he's branding. Branding is not selling. And because we don't understand, we go, well, I don't see how that's going to help. Exactly. You don't see it. But he brought up, if Apple sold TVs starting tomorrow, 72-inch TV, would you question the quality? Absolutely not. Why? You know the brand. The brand is powerful. If you can brand yourself, the rest of it becomes easy. You hear us talk about 25% sign-up rate or whatever the number is. It doesn't matter. Do you know how you get to these phenomenal numbers? Branding. You wake up the world to who you are, what we offer, and then when you start to go to the world and you're going to sell products, they're not going, what is ONPASSIVE? They're going, where have you been? We've been waiting. So it's a big deal, and we're all part of that. And for the first time in your life, and I don't know all of you personally, I know a lot of you personally just about, you're going to be the best marketers in the world for the first time. You'll rank right up with anybody that walks the planet. People are going to say, wow, man, you built a monstrous team. Yes, I did. Why? Because I'm a founder and I'm passive. So it's a beautiful thing, and be happy with what you have. And keep it simple. If you believe and a couple digits are missing in the back office, go check yourself. You don't believe. If one little number goes off, or color changes, or the email doesn't quite work right, or you don't get your OTP for 1 second, no. If you're in shock and the hairs on your neck stand up, go check yourself, because you're talking one way and you believe something else. When I heard about numbers changing, I didn't shake at all. In fact, my exact words were, so what? Marty, your team's not showing. So what? And by the way, the guys that are telling me and really worried about their team, they're peanuts. They're 10, 20 people. My team is missing. We're talking a little bit more than that. And I could care less, because I said something. I trust the company. I trust Ash Mufara. And I meant what I said. And if you have a team, you are a leader. If you leave on Monday and don't get the facts and you're a little shooken up, guess what's going to happen? Everybody under you is going to be shaken up too. Be smart what you say and your reaction. If you've got something better, let me know what it is. And I know I can talk in 100,000 people to join. But don't waste your time, because you don't. The only thing we have is Unpassive. There's nothing else out there like it. Don't waste your time. We're very fortunate. You're all going to do very, very well. All of us. All of us. But get the facts. Get the facts of what's being said. I mean, what we know, we're all, oh my gosh, this is missing. I can't log in. Are they leaving? Yeah, will you come on? He's not going anywhere. He's in broad daylight. We see him every week. We know his address. He just spent millions of dollars to make signs go up to Burj Khalifa, and he's playing games. That's not a game. You guys want to pay for that? Not me. Well, we're going to get the benefit from it. We're going to get the benefit from every bit of that. And how fortunate can you be to say that? Because I want to tell you something right now. If you're a little bit of shaky, 2 years down the road, when you walk up to somebody and they say, "Hey, I just bought something from Unpassive. I got something here. Are you in Unpassive?" Yeah, I'm a founder. They're going to flip over backwards. You got to be kidding. You're a founder? Yep. The same person that told you were a moron, their vocabulary will change instantly. Anyway, that's all I got.
I love it, Marty. That is so true. I think at this point, we don't realize what we have in hand. I mean, we kind of do, but do we really? Do we really know what's going to be happening a couple months from now, a year from now, a few years from now? I don't think our human brains can conceive of what's going to be happening with this company. It's going to be a lot bigger than any of us think. That's my firm belief. And I have full confidence in Ash Mufara. When I see changes that happen in the back office, it doesn't really faze me, because I know that changes are good. There's changes for a reason. That means there's progress. And that's what's happening every day, every minute in Unpassive. So I'm very comforted and very much at peace whenever I see things changing. It's for the good. That's my belief. I would like to hear from Chris Johnson now, if you would be able to come on down and share your thoughts.
Lynn, you want me to follow the four doctors, Marty DeGarmo and me? Well, that's really wonderful. And you know what? I'm gonna do that. All right. Number one, thank you, Ron and Lynn, for always having me on this show. To my Dr. Techies, thank you for all your information. And you guys don't know, the tech guys pay me big bucks to come down and break it down in layman's terms, like the average guy's terms. And this is what I thought about today. I actually got to drive out to the lake today. I said, I'm going to go out, take a spin, clear my brain up, get some of this fog out of it, knock some excitement out of me, because I'm too excited. And usually when I go to the lake, that's my free zone. That's where I really, really think, open my mind up. So I'm thinking, I got the tech guys tonight. I really got to break down. I got to understand what they're saying. So this is what I came up in layman's terms. I did some reading today, which I don't normally read a lot. I'm not a reader, but I'm learning to become a reader, because some of the smartest people that I know read every day and they know something about everything. And I want to be that guy someday. So I'm reading a little bit. and I get into something called horsepower. I start reading, how did horsepower come along? You know, with basically the steam engine. This guy says, I'm going to time it with a horse walking or a mule walking. And I thought, interesting. And when Marty just said, you don't know what we got, let me tell you what we got. Ash Mafara, 3.5 years ago, but probably a little farther down the line, he designed this motor, okay? And every year, you know, the big three, all the car companies want to come out with the biggest, baddest, most efficient motor there is. And then they got to keep redesigning it every year and spend billions of dollars and getting this engine right. So the emissions test passed, the governments are happy, people are happy. And I thought, Ash Mafara built one motor, okay? One motor that never has to be redesigned, but everything can connect into it, all right? And that motor already had unlimited horsepower, if most people know what horsepower is in a motor, okay? And as we go along, he adds all these other little modules, products, we'll say platforms, and they just kind of fit right into this little motor he designed. So each one of those little things it adds, like Academy, Connect, all the good products, adds more unlimited horsepower. It keeps getting bigger, better, faster, but yet it's still the same size. No, we don't have to keep redesigning it. He already did this. And then at the very end, all right, and not the very end, he put, what do you think he put on top of that motor? If any of you know what a blower is, a high performance blower that goes on top of usually a race car motor. It allows air to blow into the motor, which gives it more horsepower. And we call that OBLES. So he took this beautiful small design motor with all these things that keep getting new things plugged into it, because that's the way he designed it. I'm not going to change it, but I'm going to make it the first time where all this stuff connects together. And then he covers this whole thing with this big blower, OBLES, which is sucking all this beautiful air in, all this positiveness right to that motor, and boom, unlimited horsepower. That's what ONPASSIVE is. That's what OBLES is. It's unlimited horsepower. Now, you throw every country in the world, every religion, every color, every size, no matter who you are, we just got more horsepower, more unlimited horsepower. So this motor that he did one time has now grown and grown. And what we say all the time, ONPASSIVE is unlimited. Our products are unlimited. Everything's unlimited. One time only, you're going to buy a motor from ONPASSIVE for $97, we'll say, okay? And this motor is going to take you wherever you want to go. This motor is going to drive you where you want to go. This motor is going to drive traffic to wherever it needs to go. It's like a perfect thing. And I think this is the only way I can explain it, because these techie guys, I really understand them, but I just make them think that they're got me confused. But think of ONPASSIVE as a beautiful motor that's put together with a lot of love, a lot of patience, a lot of skill, and it never really has to be changed. All it has to be is each year, each day, each minute that goes by, where Ash or one of his phenomenal tech team comes up with a new thing to just slide right into that motor. That's how simple it is, folks. And all we got to do is watch that motor run. And it's going to run right to our computer every day. And you don't even have to drive it. I still like it's all done for you. OBLES is blowing the right wind our way, and it's going to take us to the top, over and above. And I had a couple people yesterday call me up and say, you're crazy. Why am I crazy? I said, you really think that you can fix poverty? I said, I don't know that I can fix it, but I got a whole bunch of other people that'll help me. No, it's impossible. I said, it's only impossible if you don't do anything about it. And if you ask me, no one's really done anything about it. Yep, we got a lot of people that tried, and we got a lot of people out there not taking credit away from that do it every day on a smaller scale. But I told them, you don't understand. I got a really big scale. All right. I got a really big heart, and so does all these beautiful people that are with me. And we're going to try, and we might fail, but we're going to try again, and we might fail. And each time that we fail, we're still going to help people out. And it might take 5 or 10 years. And guess what? All that trying and all that failing is going to put us exactly where ONPASSIVE put us, because no one gave up. We know Ash didn't give up. We know we didn't give up. So I'm just saying, stay excited. You guys got a motor that's going to run forever. You don't have to get the oil changed, the spark plugs changed. You're not going to blow a rod. You don't have to worry about the motor cracking. It's built and designed perfect and with a lot of love. Lynn, back to you.
What a great example or analogy of the engine. Although I really don't know engines at all, I have to admit I know nothing. But maybe what I could do is, let's see, talk about a shopping center that I would understand. So let's say I needed to get stuff, and instead of going from place to place, you know, let's say it's a really big shopping center. So you'd have to go from store to store, and by the end of the day, you're exhausted, and maybe you didn't get what you wanted, even with all that searching and shopping. But with ONPASSIVE, I can go to one store, one physical store, and I can get everything I need. If I need this, it's right there, a hand reach away. I need something else, I can see it, I spot it, it's right there. All accessed with one stop, just like we have the access with one sign in, right? Everything is at our fingertips under one umbrella. So I think of the same concept as what you've just said, but in a way that I, as a woman who loves to shop, can understand that everything that I need is in one store. And what I'm looking for when I shop is quality, right? How do I choose where I'm going to go? I'm going to go to a place that has the best quality products and services at the lowest prices. And that is where I patronize. And I go to the same place year after year because I'm getting value. And ONPASSIVE is all about value, 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 and that will never change. Ash Mafara is very, very proud of the fact that our products and services are of the highest caliber, superior products. And this is what's going to bring in customers. We will not have to go and hunt for customers. The customers are going to come to us because we offer something that no other company offers. So that's what I wanted to share as far as how I understand it. But I like the engine example as well.
Lynn, I want to add to that. The ONPASSIVE store that you're talking about, which is a good analogy. The difference is the ONPASSIVE store, you go in, you sit in the chair, they give you coffee, and you say what you want, and it appears in your basket. Don't forget about AI. So you're good to go.
That's important. So I don't have to do the work. Like you said, you just sit there and everything is brought to you with the press of a button. And it's what you need, what you want at the lowest possible price and very easy to use. That's another one, right, Marty? User friendly. And all of the things that we buy, they integrate seamlessly with one another. Do you get that with other companies? No. If you need products, you go to here, there, other various companies. And do those products work well together? Not usually. You have to figure out how to make them work together. But with ONPASSIVE, everything is integrated. So, oh my gosh, there's nothing better than ONPASSIVE. There's nothing better than our products. And there's nothing better than the value that we're going to be offering the world. Thank you for mentioning that, Marty. Very, very good point. All right. So now that we've covered that, let's see. Is Julie available yet?
I'm here.
Are you in?
Here, Lynn.
All right.
And I can't wait. Thank you, Lynn. I can't wait to jump in, everyone. You know, the concept of what Chris just said and then Lynn just said, now ask yourself a question. What if you have a chance to own that shopping mall that Lynn is talking about, right? You get to, you have a chance, and that chance is only a little teeny tiny bit left. You get to be the owner, right? You get to own that shopping mall, right? Where you didn't need to hire people. You didn't need to hire employees. You didn't need to literally putting products in that mall already set up for you. And that mall already have a system to drive in targeted traffic. When we're talking about, I'm so excited. If I'm too loud, tell me to tone down. You know, Lynn, because I'm excited. I love that you and Chris and Marty brought that up. Guys, you have the chance to own that shopping mall we're going to call it an unpassive building, an unpassive mall, where you only pay $97 plus $5 credit card fee, right? But you don't get the key to it yet. You get to observe the development. You observe the building, the progress of how it is. Well, you kind of late already, because that chance to be a founders, to be the owner of that shopping mall, it's only this little tiny time left. So all you got to do is witness the development of it. And then when the shopping mall is ready to have customers coming in, now you didn't need to do the advertisement for it. Also, we already have 1.3 million customers ready, waiting to get into that mall, right? But once that mall is ready to open, to have millions, and then it grow to multi-millions, and then billions of people coming into that shopping mall, you get to pay for that golden key that fits into that lock. And that golden key is very minimal. It's affordable for you to be able to do that. And you own that unpassive shopping mall the rest of your life, as long as you keeping your status, your early bird, your founder positions. How beautiful is that? Who is giving you a chance to own that most beautiful? When we're talking about the business, it is a business, but to me, it is a blessing. It is a gift, because that gift, I can take it and I can actually share it with other people. And now when we're talking about sharing, we're talking about Oh Bless tonight. When you are the owner of that shopping mall, you made enough, it's good, it's taking care of you, the rest of your family, the rest of your best people in the world. And then you got to think about other people who are out there, didn't miss the chance that you have. Then it is another way for you to do it, to pay it forward. And that's what Oh Bless is there. Therefore, guys, if you haven't become the early bird or the founders of Unpassive, you get this teeny tiny bit time to go in. You want to be the owner of the mall where you can sit and enjoy and have the total freedom and the abundance living. The decision is in your hand. All you got to do is say, get back with the person who shared this with you and say, I want to be the owner of that Unpassive shopping mall. Okay, where everything you need is at the tips of your fingers, or your fingertips, right? It's amazing, Lynn. And
yeah, it is indeed very, very amazing. I love how you explained that shopping mall concept. I get it when you talk about shopping malls. I love it. Thank you. Marty.
Somebody wrote in the chat.
Uh-huh.
On top of that, you get paid to shop there. I guess we could go on and on and on.
Yeah, and Marty, I'd like you to talk about cash registers, the concept of cash registers in conjunction with this shopping mall. I know. Let's talk about that.
Well, listen, I always thought, you can market, and you can bring in other customers. I'm sorry, it's loud here. I have nothing I could do about it. You could bring in other customers, but what I would like to do is I would like to aim at resellers. And the reason I say that is 10 resellers is a little more valuable than a customer. Why? Well, because each one of those resellers could bring in 10 people each. So you're leveraging what you're doing. They moved right over to the microphone now. Anyway, but see the difference? You could bring in customers, but you could also focus on actual cash registers, which I look at as a reseller, because they're going to be magnifying what you do. It's pretty powerful stuff. That's what I mean by that when I say it.
Okay, and Julie, you can take over for him as far as the cash registers. I know you like that analogy. Go for it, Julie.
I do, because, in every mall, in every store in the mall, it doesn't matter what the important part of that is, a cash register. In that cash register, it has 3 or 4 compartments, however many compartments you want, right? One of that compartment, it goes to the products that you're going to pay. You know, you have to have products, right? And the other compartment, it goes to the advertising, right? Which already in place for you. And the other compartment is kind of like your profit-ish, right? So that profit compartment, every time when you see that profit compartment, you see funding there, you can draw it anytime you want. You can draw, you can give away, you can do whatever you want with it, right? So the beautiful part of it is everyone, if you are a business owner, you got to know that there are probably about minimal of 5 bills that you have to pay every single month in order to keep your business running, in order to keep your business to the part where it's actually functionable, right? With ONPASSIVE, if you are a founder or even if you are a customer of ONPASSIVE, you get access to all the products that actually can keep your business running for just one minimal, insanely inexpensive fee, right? So now you got to think about this. With business owner right now, you have to use a merchant account. And how much do merchant accounts charge you? With ONPASSIVE, you have your own, should I say, wallet or your own so-called merchant, where anytime you want to draw it out, you draw it out without even fees. Even if you're in another country, right? Even if you're in another country, you can draw it out, you can pay your bills, you can do all of that. Isn't that beautiful? It's a whole entire spending ecosystem and income and all of that together. But the best part of it, guys, is everything is at your fingertips. And it's simple. You don't have to know coding. You don't have to know any of that. It's all done for you. And what Mr. Ashmufar always say, ONPASSIVE is a success. ONPASSIVE, it's done deal. It's all done for you. And I'm sitting here saying, am I in it? I am so in it to win it. And there's 1.3 million people around the world. We are so in it to win it. Why? Because we know exactly the values that we receive. Well, I'm going to remove that word exactly. We know probably about 10% of the values that we are receiving in the past years or 3 years. But there's also 90% of the values we haven't seen yet. You guys, the only way, and I say this with my full conviction, the only way for you to have total freedom, I'm talking about financial freedom, I'm talking about time freedom, I'm talking about the ability. When I say power, I mean the ability of freedom to make decisions wherever you want, however you want, whenever you want, is only, you can find that only in ONPASSIVE. And you wanted to do it the rest of your life, and you can leave a legacy for yourself and family. And unfortunately, there are few founders that passed away. Now the family member can carry on their legacy forever, right? If you have children, sorry, Lynn, I gotta get this out too, because I got one in college. If you got one that's currently in college or just graduated, you know how much money they owe, right? And you have one that going into college. This could be their college fund and 1 million times more. Do you want that? Or do you want just to say, oh, I got to know, see if it comes out, and see if I understand it all before I make my $97 decision? Come on, guy, wake up. Because the time to become a founder, a time to become part of ONPASSIVE as a founder, as a early bird, as a early adopters, is this tiny, teeny tiny bits time left. That's all I have to say, Lynn. Thank you for letting me just let it out.
Thank you. You can let it out all you want. We love you so much. We love your enthusiasm as well. Thank you. All right. We have now Oliver Fonte, who would like to say a few words.
Yeah, hi. I just want to bring us back to OBLESS as a product, because that is the power of ONPASSIVE, and we all know that OBLESS is the heart of ONPASSIVE. And when we look into what OBLESS is going to do to the society, to the 8 billion people in the world, it's powerful. No company that we know, no tech company, let me be precise, no tech company in this world has OBLESS as a product. That is why when we hear our CEO talk about we are going to reshape the world with our products, but OBLESS is the one that is heading. OBLESS is the one that is going to make all of us the founders, you know. And when we look at it, at OBLESS, when we look at OBLESS as a product, it means a lot to us. It means a lot. Not only what OBLESS is going to do, but what OBLESS as a product, when we look at it, and the security that is going to surround it. I'll go back to it. The security that is going to surround it, the maintenance of OBLESS as a product is huge. It's huge. Chris Johnson, I saw your video today in Facebook, you talking around the river, talking about showing a red fan that you are driving around the river. Good, bro, and good job for what you are doing with OBLESS, showing what OBLESS is going to do in Michigan, showing what OBLESS that people should also replicate. People should replicate OBLESS, what you are going to do with OBLESS. And I also thank you for the water project and electricity project that you show about OBLESS, but we should concentrate at OBLESS as a product, the income that OBLESS is going to bring to us, and that the profit will be shared to us also, OBLESS. These are the things we have. I really want to say this. When we talk only what OBLESS is going to do without looking OBLESS as a product, we should not go to that angle too much. We should look at OBLESS as a standalone product. That when we look at the software development life cycle, OBLESS is one of those products. OBLESS is one of those products. When the CEO told us the other day that half of June, the mid-half of June, or half of June is going to be a historical event. OBLESS is going to be one of those products. And when after that he mentioned maintenance, there will be maintenance in between the events. OBLESS is going to be one of it. Look at what OBLESS has done the beginning of the 30th of April. Was it the 30th of March? I'm sorry. When the kickoff marketing campaign in India, OBLESS was the heart. What OBLESS did, we should look at it, and also look at it as that standalone product. I always talk about it. The standalone products. The only product that has give us the difference between all the other tech, Microsoft, Google, they don't have OBLESS. ONPASSIVE, we have OBLESS as a standalone product. That is going to change the world. The 8 billion people in the world, OBLESS, ONPASSIVE OBLESS, the brand ONPASSIVE, the brand ONPASSIVE. That is what it should think. It should click in our mind. Auntie Lynn, take over, please. I can talk about OBLESS as a product till. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. All right, good points. And Colin probably wants to add to that. Come on down, Collins.
Yeah, Auntie Lynn. Oliver, thank you. You just like stimulate my brain again to look at this product. OBLESS is something we've been talking about, from day one, even before we even know that there will be a problem, a product called OBLESS. When I joined ONPASSIVE 2020, early June, we had the ONPASSIVE website. It was just like a sketch. I think a lot of founders never ever understand it, because when they look at it, they say, what is this? We don't even know the product until when we start to have that name, you know, like Obless, Omail, all of those. That's when I think most founders start to understand what these products are all about. But looking at that sketch, the reason why I joined ONPASSIVE, it was because it's an IT company. Nobody ever educated me about ONPASSIVE. They just told me, go to that site, look at it, and if you like it, tell me what you see. When I look at it, I called the person. The person who invited me, I said, do you know what I've just seen? He said, no, you tell me. I said, this will be the biggest IT company mankind have ever seen. If only we can, Mr. Ash Mufara and the team can put this together. The guy was like confused, said, what are you telling me? I said, well, you are not an IT, I can see the architecture and I can really identify all of this. To put IT solution in this form is not easy. At that time, we know there will be communication tool. I can look at all the tools and all of those things. I can really identify where Mr. Ash is going. But I know it will be difficult and it will take time. You know, what we have just seen is really short. 3 years, we're talking about develop software and an IT company of this magnitude for 3 years. No, I said you need thousands of programmers or IT engineers to do this. You know, 50, 100 will never even put this. But thank God, Mr. Ash Mufara knows it all, brought all of those guys, pay them, you know, heavy amount for them to put this together. And one of the products came out, Obless. One of the things I always look at Obless, given the heart of Mr. Ash Mufara, we know he's a man who likes charity, humanitarian. He's a humanitarian. Because if you are not a humanitarian, building this type of company, setting a product called Obless, you must have a heart of humanity. So when I look at it, I said, okay, if Mr. Ash is a humanitarian, and I always think about myself, I said, if you are a humanitarian, what if you didn't have a product like this? You would have used another crowdfunding application out of ONPASSIVE. And he never wanted to do that. He knows very well that we need something like this called Obless, our own crowdfunding application, because what Mr. Ash Mufara have done to me, when I came in honestly to make some money, you know, but Mr. Ash Mufara changed my mindset, the mindset of humanity. I know I used to do this, but the heart now is different from when I came into ONPASSIVE. You know, I was just like, okay, let me get some money and help, you know, what I can do. But when I look at Obless and the magnitude of Obless, what Obless would do, maybe a lot of people don't really get it. I've been discussing this with Brother Oliver, Brother Bob, and we started analyzing, looking at the traffic. Not only us doing this, because as Julie said, it is all done for you. The traffic will be there for you. The only thing you need to do is to write your course, what you want to do. And if it's appealing, targeted traffic will come. There are people, even out of ONPASSIVE, say, for instance, when the founding position will close, there are millions and hundreds of millions of people who really want to contribute, really help humanity. When they will see this platform, I'm telling you, it will be a game changer, where everything is breaking down in a structure they can analyze, you know, and see. They don't need to see, they trust it because it's a brand. ONPASSIVE is a brand. They can see it and say, you know, I trust this site, I can put my money there, and I know my money will go down to where, because all of us here, I believe Chris Johnson will do a marvelous job. There are a lot of people that will do things, you know, only what we would do will change the game. Somebody look at, oh, Chris Johnson just maybe build a hospital for homeless people, giving food there, everything is there transparent. Tell me, it is not what you do, it is that product that will change everything, change the dynamic. And I'm telling you, it will be a reference. Other companies want to say, how can we do this? But it will be too late because we are far ahead. As Brother Oliver said, maintenance will always take place. Expansion will take place. Database and security will take place. Because remember, there will be millions and millions of people using this platform, running campaign all over the globe. How do you manage that? Funds coming in and out of ONPASSIVE founders. You need a large space, and Mr. Ash Mufara have already talked about this. Large space, because we are not talking about millions, we are talking about hundreds of millions of campaign all over the world. Chris Johnson is running this using Obless. Maybe Oliver is there running something using Obless. Maybe Julie is using this running Obless simultaneously. and this platform can accommodate it without crashing. That is what we are talking. Without crashing, where Christians say, oh, I cannot see my data, I cannot see my threshold. Where, you know, this is what we are talking about, the power of artificial intelligence and what they have built, you know, put it into OBLES, and it will change the world, because with that, we are very hopeful, and it's a very good tool that you cannot compare it with. I can call it GoFundMe, call all of them. They use that platform for humanitarian, but what are they doing? They are taking a lot of money, percentage. You can Google it, check the percentage GoFundMe is taking, check the percentage all of them are taking. It's a lot, you know, but when you look at ONPASSIVE, the way it is said, Mr. Ash Mufara knows that this is for humanity. When I said humanity is humanity, humanitarian is humanitarian, period. And we are good. That's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
Very good, Carlos. Len, can I say one thing real quick, and I'll be done?
Sure.
I think what people got to look at is we all need to try to get into the wheelhouse with Mr. Mufara. We've got to think bigger, do bigger, believe in bigger. You know, the vocabulary in the dictionary that will be made by ONPASSIVE Dictionary will be, you can't have words like I'm not sure, we can't, it's too big, I don't know how to do that, I don't know if we can't. We got to eliminate that. Listen, he brought up the other day, and he's right. Anytime man got together and they had the resources and believed in something, they did it. 1961, JFK said, I want a man on the moon before the end of this decade. That was unheard of. It was way out of scope. They thought he's a nut. They put the right minds, they had the right resources, and the drive was there, and they did not say, I wonder if we can. In July of 1969, man stepped on the moon. The same thing can happen with poverty. It's very hard to beat poverty when you're not really trying to. Okay, when you have CEOs making $500,000 to $1 million a year in organizations that are set up to help the needy, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And like I said the other day, think big, but make it simple. If 1 million of us gave a position to one homeless person, you conquer everything that has to do with poverty. You gave him the money, you give him the choices, he's off the street, he can get an education, and he can be a productive person in society. Did it sound big? Yes. Did he make it simple? Yes. He said, if we go after poverty like I did with ONPASSIVE, there is nothing on this planet that we can't do. Nothing. The only limitations we have are in between our ears. No doubt about it. And if you watch and you learn, if you really knew, anybody here, everybody here, knew what path Ash took to this day, you would not believe it. You know 0.1% of the craziness this man walked in the last 3 years. You will know someday, but I'm telling you. So when you go to him and you say words that are not in his vocabulary, you're making a big mistake. I can, I will, we will. It's over. It's a done deal. You make it happen. You got to make it happen. The second you put doubt, the second doubt enters, it wins. Darkness has no control. Darkness has never came and got rid of light. Never. The darkness only comes when you decide to turn out the light. That's the only time darkness has any strength at all. And the same thing goes with anything in the world. We got to stop looking. And this is me too. My big ass is talking to me too, okay? We have to stop looking at things with limitations, especially when it can make an impact on mankind. He said, if we shoot for the moon, maybe we'll hit a couple stars. That doesn't mean you stop shooting. I don't know if I could do that. Well, you don't know, but if you don't try, you won't know either. And if we all do that and try to learn from Ash from that point of view, we already know it's a done deal. We already know we're going to do very well. But if we want to make a change in the world, we need to say it's possible. And if you fall down, like Les Brown said, land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. It's not the fall, it's whether you get up or not. Because if you don't fall, guess what? You're not doing anything. If you never make a mistake, you haven't done a freaking thing. You have to make mistakes to find out how not to do it again. But anyway, all of us can make a big difference. And the power is 1 million people. The power in a few months could be 2 million, 5 million, 100 million. And they're going to come in, especially resellers, with the same attitude as we have. And then when you look at people on Unpassive and you say, I wonder, the word wonder won't be there. What do we do next? Where do we go next? What needs work? And I think if we all have that attitude, the best we can, we have our own limitations. But I believe, I listen to this man talk a lot. I see how he reacts. And there's certain words that are not in his vocabulary. He doesn't even understand it. I can't is kryptonite to Superman. I'm telling you right now. You say I can't, Superman falls to the floor. He has no strength. Not only can I, we will, and it's a done deal. It's a big deal what you think and what you believe. It really is. And I see with this man that he's been a big influence in my life because I've met a lot of really, really sharp people, but I've never met anybody like him with that knowledge and that resource and that fearlessness to conquer things that no other man wants to touch. They don't even want to touch it. They don't want to get their hands dirty. And Ash goes, not only am I going to get dirty, I'm going to dive into it. But if you could bring 1 million people with you, let me tell you what, we start cleaning this mess up big time. Imagine drink a lot of tea and caffeine's kicking me right now. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Marty. That was so powerful, very powerful. You know, a few months ago, I remember Ash Mafara took the time on a webinar for founders to talk about our attitude and our mindset. Do you remember that? He spent quite a bit of time telling us how it is a choice that we make, how we think. You know, I always say, you know, we choose our mindset. If we want to have a negative one, that's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to hear. That's what you're going to perceive. Now, if you want to see the world in a positive manner, that's what you're going to see. Good things, improvements, progress. And that's what I see as a founder of ONPASSIVE. Yes, there's some hiccups, ups and downs. That's the case with every company that you will ever be in. But the strides we have made have been enormous. And the progress this company has made has been amazing and at a very, very fast pace, in my opinion, for the size of this company and for the huge market share that all of our products are going to be having. So, I mean, it's all about mindset, and Ash Mafara has the most positive mindset I've ever seen. You can't tell him no, you can't tell him it can't be done. In his mind, it can be done. So we are blessed to have someone like him. I would like to now call on Bob Takusi.
Hey, Lynn. Lynn, I apologize. User Zachariah Feng is, he's got his real hand up, so you can put him on that list. I don't know if he's got a virtual hand, but.
Thank you so much. We'll do that. We'll finish up with our co-host speaking, and then we'll go to questions and comments shortly. Thank you, Chris. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay, yeah, no. So just a few comments too. I too, when I came to ONPASSIVE, I came in for the money, you know. I listened to the opportunity and I got it right away. I could tell that this is something special. I mean, it's never been done before. You know, unique, initiative, unique system, possible technically, and the products and everything. I knew it could be done. But what humbled me right away, back then, that was 2 years ago. As a matter of fact, I was 2 years, couple of days ago in ONPASSIVE. I came in on April 26, 2020. So at that time, we had the ebook by Jeffrey Morlock. It was in the back office. So I went and I looked at the book. I digested it pretty quickly. But what humbled me was the pay plan that I saw at the time. I knew right away that this man is a special man. The pay plan at the time, which has since been discarded, and we've been told to multiply whatever we saw there by 10, you know. But I knew immediately that Ash Mufara is a special man and has a special mission. The reason why he's doing this is because he wants change to the world. So immediately my own humanitarian spirit kicked in. You know, I've been thinking a lot, and I'm also I'm part of about 5 different foundations. For the past 20 years, I've been working with several different foundations. I'm actually involved with 5 different foundations, and I'm actually the spokesman for 2 of those foundations. We actually go out and solicit funds. That's a little I could contribute at the time, because I don't have that much. So I contribute in kind, and also, you know, little contributions here and there. But here's what ONPASSIVE and OBLESS has done for me. Right now, as we speak, I've also created my own personal foundation. My brother Oliver and Oliver has his, I have mine. We have our team, O Winners Foundation. We are also part of the MFA Africa network, you know, missionaries for Africa. So that is what Ash Mufara and OBLESS has done for us. You know, now we are thinking to actually go out. I know that I can actually sponsor my own foundation, because personally, I don't believe in doing good and then going back to the government and asking for the money back. That's just who I am. I believe that if I want to do good, if I want to make a change, I want to do something, it comes from me, from my heart. So Ash Mufara gives me personally that leverage where I can actually use the money that we generate from ONPASSIVE and do good, constructive good, and just feel good. For me, when I go back and claim that money back, then what good have I really done? You know, that's how I see it. I'm looking at my brother, Chris. Chris, would you believe that if, let's say, we are now about 1.3 million founders, if each one of us, we just say, okay, every week when ONPASSIVE is on full blast, that means all pistons are in full blast. We say maybe every week we'll all drop in $100. Let's say we hope we drop $100 to Chris Foundation in Michigan, for instance. That's $130 million right there for you to do what you can do. We move around to the next state or to the next continent or to the next whatever initiative we want to do. That is the impact. The ripple effect of ONPASSIVE OBLESS is far beyond our wildest imagination. And I'm really thankful for Mr. Ash for giving me personally this privilege to be able to do good to the world and not worry about it. You know, that's just what I wanted to add to the conversation, Auntie. So I'll send it back to you.
That's great. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, at this time, we have hands raised. So we're going to start taking questions from the floor. We ask you to be cognizant of your time. We would like to give each person maybe a couple minutes, because there's going to be a response to your comment or question as well. So let's allot about a couple minutes. Can you all keep to that, please? Thank you. First, we have Marian Sutton Wieberg, who would like to say a few words. Okay, you are unmuted, but your volume is low. So raise your volume, Marian. Mariam. Raise my volume. Try speaking now. Maybe you're okay now. Can you speak? Can you hear me? Go ahead. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. I was thinking about OBLESS. All right. Everybody talks about this and all these different areas that we can do things in, and that's good. But I'm more practical. All right. And so I started thinking how we could get OBLESS out there. Okay. Being really practical, how we can give OBLESS arms and legs and caterpillar it out there. So what do we have in every city, in every country, in every county, all over the United States? Churches and schools. Okay. I'm just starting with the United States. We'll get over to the rest of the places. But we have churches and schools. So what I was thinking, and I'm looking at my notes here, is why don't we, where did I put that? Hold on, I'm sorry. Why don't we take Oh Bless to the churches and the schools? In other words, get them involved. There used to be churches that had food pantries. I know a lot of them don't do it anymore. It's like Salvation Army and stuff like that. But can't you envision Oh Bless as a name that is associated with Oh Bless is being used in the churches, the schools? You know how they do fundraising, Chris? You know how the schools do fundraising? Well, how about if we take Oh Bless in the schools and they can raise money for, I don't know. I have these ideas, but they're not complete ideas. Okay. And they can we can extend Oh Bless this way, and it can reach people. We're right. The school can say, you know, the kids can say, I'm raising money for Oh Bless. And as soon as they find out, people find out it's for a good cause, they're going to give. Okay. The other thing I'm looking at is, well, okay, then where is Oh Bless going to be founded at? So I think we need what they call an Oh Bless Center / warehouse. At least one big warehouse in every city or state or whatever, where it's going to take organization, where there's food, clothing, everything and anything that's needed. So this is going to take people, commitment, and heart. And this is where you get down to the brass and bolts and everything else. So, and then having Oh Bless centers across the area. So the warehouse can send to the centers. Is anybody following what I'm saying?
Does anyone
lose-
want to
did I
respond to
lose you
that?
all?
Chris, Marty,
Respond to
anything?
that. I can respond to that.
Yeah, at all.
Miriam, number
Can
one.
you hear what I'm saying now?
Yeah, Miriam, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Number one, if you check out Daryl Cook and Janet Butler and updates, they did a phenomenal webinar last Saturday, and they Oh Bless in schools, and they've been adding them and adding them and adding them. So that one actually is taken off by the Bahamas people. Phenomenal team,
Okay.
and it's a great video. As far as people in churches, I know my church does food pantries. There is a lot of individuals in here that have already blessed their church or blessed the church organization. So it is spreading. You are definitely on the right track, and you're thinking like a founder. And there's a lot more areas, not just what you talked about, but a lot more things, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, anything that can help anyone. So, but you're on the right track. But I suggest you go watch Daryl Cook and Janet Butler. That is in the back office under updates. Check it out and watch what they did. It's amazing.
So let's get the name Oh Bless out and let people know what Oh Bless is about. And then maybe more people will want to come and join Oh Bless, not on passive, but they might just want to say, you know what? A friend of mine, I don't know if you heard of Churches on the Street. Well, a friend of mine runs that. And I'm not going to take any more time up, but she helps the homeless and the sex trafficking in different areas. And she would be really good at something like this. Her and her husband, and she's got a huge team. But I think we need to get Oh Bless out there so other people know about it.
Definitely, Marian. I like the fact that you're proactive and you're thinking actively what can be done to promote Oh Bless and utilize it effectively. That's awesome. Thanks, Marian. Next, we have Bruce Gerstein, who would like to say a few words. Come on down. Go ahead. You can talk now.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much. This has been a fantastic workshop and webinar. And I like what you said about reviewing what Ash was talking about, because the thing I always think about was when he says, always do a good act for someone else. And when I look at Oh Bless, I think about the product of Oh Bless, or the program of Oh Bless is crowdfunding, but the product is really the blessings that OPASSIVE gives. Oh Bless gives everyone, whether you're homeless, whether you're hungry, whether no matter what the situation may be, it blesses you and you have some kind of prosperity in your life. Those are the wonderful byproducts of Oh Bless. And what I really love is the brilliance of us combining all these things and making them so synergistic, because you can't possibly do Oh Bless without OSAF. You can't possibly do without OSAF. You can't possibly do it without a wallet. You can't possibly do it with a lot of different things that we have here. But the brilliance of all this is that all of this synchronizes together. And you know, one thing I know in my life is that I've always been a giver. And what I always want to do is find out how I can give to people. I have a lot of friends in East Africa, and I can see a lot of addiction there. And I see a lot of women who are with fatherless childs because of their condition. And they need homes for those people because they're on the street. And there are a lot of places like that all over Southeast Asia and all over the world, and of course, all over Africa is that way. Detroit is where Chris lives, and Detroit is where he wants to focus on having something that is a paradigm for everything. But in the meantime, there are places that are still in need. So it doesn't mean that just because we're going to do Detroit, that other places do not get blessed as well, because this is something that's worldwide. It's not just in one place. So what we can always do every day is do kind acts for people. Even if you don't have any money right now in a wallet, you can still do kind acts for people. You can still encourage people who are downtrodden, because a lot of what Oh Bless is about giving the compassion that you have to other people. So anyway, that's less than 3 minutes, I think, but I think it says enough. Thanks a lot for all of you.
Thanks, Bruce. Oh Bless is all about love and compassion. I would agree with you. Thank you for your lovely words. We have Zachariah Fang, who has patiently been raising his hands, and we would love to hear from you. So you just click the button to unmute. I've asked you to unmute, Zachariah. Do you see that button? There should be a button that says unmute. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loudly and clearly.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be on this platform, to be in ONPASSIVE. And I thank you, all of you. We know from our CEO, Ashmo Farah, that corruption creates poverty, and a blessing corrects poverty. So, and we see it in the way he has set up this company. He, like on the 30th of March, when the activity in India, we were not expecting, and we saw Oh Bless promoted very seriously, and that opened the minds of people, especially my mind, and I know that OBLESS is the first product. Some of us talk very slowly. The OBLESS is the very first product, and the security that is being set up for ONPASSIVE is to give us the chance to help the world. We thank Ash, and I thank all the leaders here. My brother Bob mentioned here that the OBLESS was the introduction of the progress that we need in this world. I know that in Africa we have water projects, which are not functioning. Some are not even there. Only dirty water is around. And like here, I instituted the creation of a group that will help to create the water project in some parts of in a village in Africa, where there is a population of 70,000. And I'm happy to be here in ONPASSIVE. I know that everything has been set up for all founders to eventually be progressive in helping other people.
Indeed.
We thank our Ash Mufare for all that he is doing. Can you imagine the $97 is a blessing.
Yes. Yes. Zachariah, think of it as a gift for what we get. It's like a gift.
It is not a gift, but it is so small an amount for this size of company for the things that we're expecting.
Yes, totally. I agree with you.
So when you look at it, I came in immediately when I heard that Ash Mufare in California was struggling to buy food that was being thrown away at the close of the day in order to go and feed people who were hungry and needing food. You see, corruption, throwing away food when there are people who need the food.
Yeah. So ONPASSIVE is going to be the agent, well, the conduit to cause change, to let us let the world change and get better, make the situation of people so much better. Thank you so much, Zachariah. We have quite a few people who would like to speak. So thank you, though. We appreciate your input. Thank you so much. Beautiful sharing. Appreciate you. Next, we have William Norris. You can unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
You're welcome.
You know, I'm sitting here thinking about OBLESS, and like I told Chris, our very first OBLESS meeting, you know, OBLESS is a great thing. It's going to do big things in the world. But in order for this thing to work and work flawlessly, I think everybody has to take that personal step to go out there and, you know, at least get one person in to the system, because I mean, ONPASSIVE is going to enable us to do this. So, you know, if everybody just, you know, went out and got that one person and sponsored them, get them in, it's going to make a world of difference. It's going to make OBLESS happen so much quicker. And it's just going to be a complete system where OBLESS is working, but every founder in the company is working as well. It will make a difference.
Definitely, William. I like that thought. Great. Thank you so much. We have Jake Fish. Come on down, Jake. Hi, Jake.
Hello, everybody. I'll tell you what, if there was only one product in ONPASSIVE that I would sign up for, it would be OBLESS. It is amazing the amount of people that I have met. I mean, we've had meetings. Jeffrey Morlock has introduced me to some people, you know, that can cure the world's water crisis in a matter of just a few years. I mean, more people have died from waterborne illnesses than any war. And, you know, people look at the poverty and, you know, these children are walking 2 miles each way just to get water that's tainted and has cholera and all sorts of uglies in it. Plus they have crocodiles, you know, and other people look at this as, oh, it's a big problem. Well, oh, bless, we look at something and the bigger it is, the more that we want to solve it. I think with the ingenuity and the inventions are going to increase because we are going to have what's called momentum. The momentum to do it. And the bigger the issue, the more that we're going to strive and get it right. Finally, somebody is going to get it right. And it's OBLESS and ONPASSIVE. And I thank God every day that Ashma Farah had the guts to come forward and he says, you know, I'm going to get a bunch of people together, founders, and we're going to fix it. Finally, it's a done deal. So, you know, I've got goosebumps right now. I'm just full. I haven't been able to sleep. I'm just so excited because I brought Feline Lehman in. You know, she's the builder, and we're having, you know, strategies of how we want to do things. And in some of these countries, we're going to need security because of all the drug cartels. Well, we're going to eradicate them. I don't know how, but I know we're going to do it. And I'm just, I'm on fire right now. I'm ready to get to work. This is what I've been called to do, is to bless other people. And those people that we bless are going to finally have a life. And then they can contribute and share and love. Because right now, they're just trying to survive. And this cannot be. So we're going to do it. And we're going to all do it together. Okay, let's join hands and do it. And that's all I have to say. I don't want to take up anybody else's time. Thank you very much.
Great words, Jake. And I can see they are heartfelt. Thank you. All right, we have Tina. Tina Go from Singapore. Welcome. You'll have to click the button to unmute, Tina. There's a button for you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hey, great. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone. All the OBLESS, all the beautiful ONPASSIVians. I love you all, and especially our CEO, Ashma Farah. I've been listening to the last OBLESS brainstorming video, the live stream, because I had to work. So I've been listening in, and it was just in time that CEO comes in. And I love what he said about the power of compounding. And that's what he's doing for the marketing of ONPASSIVE. But when it comes to OBLESS, to me, OBLESS is a blessing. For me, a blessed person to bless others. That's what I think of OBLESS. And looking at the power of compounding, Ashma Farah says, we may not be able to change the world, just one person, but if we can change one life, and that's the most important. That's the root of what OBLESS is. And with the power of compounding, I would say, like Bob, Uncle Bob, you're starting a foundation. That's fantastic. It's beautiful because that is what, foundation and people already with structures whom actually gravitate to me. I don't know why, but I've been getting people coming in and said, I run this orphanage, you know, we're needing money and this and this and that. I say, I can give this much, how small a gift that I can give, but you already have your structure. You're already running a foundation. I will give or bless or ONPASSIVE to you, because they are the ones who already have everything structured laid on. They know what they need. They know what they want for their children, for the homelessness. So they are there. So if you can get give the foundations, the gifts of OBLESS, it's a done deal for humanity. I mean, the compounding of each foundation to imagine one foundation having 200 children, another foundation having thousands of refugees. Just give to the foundations, and what they do with the money that OBLESS bless them is enough to change the world. I believe in that. So let us all go mad with OBLESS. Give to others, make a difference with OBLESS, the blessing others. Oh, beautiful, loving, empowering, and special system which Ash Mufarah has created. Let's just do that. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Tina. And I know why people gravitate to you, because you have a heart for humanity. And people who are loving and compassionate pick up the vibes from you. So, you know, good people hang out together, right? We attract one another. That's what you're all about, Tina. You're special. Thank you so much. All right. So at this time, I want to bring it back to Marty or Chris. Either one of you, go ahead.
We're going to bring it back to me or Marty. With all these beautiful faces that haven't talked yet, I think we should pick on somebody.
You love to pick on people, Chris.
I'll pick on Chris for you if you guys would like. I'm just
go
kidding.
for it.
No, not now. I beat on him all day today, so I'm going to let him go.
Okay. Any words from either of you?
The words are, we're in a great spot. We should be excited. Everything is really done for us. I mean, we say it every day, but yet we still have people that don't believe us. And what do we do for those people that don't believe us? Nothing. Let them watch us, because they'll believe soon enough. I mean, Dubai alone was a big kicker. It's all done for you was a big kicker. Another box checked. OBLESS, box checked. Being able to communicate with anyone in the world with different languages, box checked. Sleeping and earning a residual income, check, box checked 5 or 10 times in that one. Helping people, box checked. I could go on and on for hours about checking boxes. I've yet not to check a box and then passive. All right, all my boxes are checked. Clean slate, perfect. And if you really think about it, just think about what he's actually done and what he's doing. And people still say, oh, it's taking too long. No. All right. The Mona Lisa wasn't just painted. The guy didn't wake up and just paint the Mona Lisa. The Burj Khalifa just wasn't built. It takes time for perfection. Or any art you like. Maybe I'm pretty sure everyone knows Mona Lisa. And I promise next week, I'm going to bring in my story to high heels and purses and connect with the ladies. I apologize, ladies. I'm a little bit of a motorhead sometimes, but guys, what else can you say? But it's great. It's exciting. It's fun. And to be honest, I can't really wait to see it all completely come together. And all the people that are struggling right now, and I get a lot of people every day, you're the ones that I want to see your faces. You're the ones that I really want to see. Wow, look at this. Because that's going to be the amazing thing. Because honestly, I still believe those people are going to be the biggest blessers in the world. All right. The ones that really have struggled their whole lives. And if you think about it, if every one of us have struggled, but struggling just is not fun. And when I say struggling, I'm talking about, oh boy, I'm not gonna be able to make my house payment. Oh boy, I can't make my car payment. Oh boy, Christmas is coming. I can't make my house payment or my car payment, and I got 3 kids. That's the kind of struggle I'm talking about. You know, I was there 30 some years ago. It's not fun. A lot of you might be there right now. I know it's not fun, and I'm praying for you. But I truly believe when on passive launches, you're going to forget about those labor pains. You're going to forget about all things that are bad. And in your mind, instead of being stressed all the time, I think you're going to grow and you're going to teach people. They're going to see the light in you, and that's going to want to make them shine. That's the truth. All right. Every one of us are shining for a reason. Our light is illuminating on other people. Say, wow, I want some of that. The greatest thing is anyone can have this right now. They just got to get in, and they got to believe, and they got to have faith. But believing in faith to me was gone a long time ago. All right. When I started putting all this stuff out, I was just like blown away. If he sneezed, I was kind of blown away, because I know when he was sneezing, he was thinking about something new, probably a new hyperallergenic Kleenex and a lot cheaper price point, if I know Ashmafara. So Marty, talk, will you? My goodness, do I always got to talk?
Yes, I believe you do, but that's okay. Everybody loves you, Chris. Don't worry about it. I just want to kind of circle around and round things out. Keep in mind any changes that goes on. If you don't understand it, that's okay. Everything's fine. Just remember it's fine. Oh, I don't get it? So what? It's okay. Nothing bad is happening. It's a good thing. The other thing I want to tell you, every box where all of you is checked to become wealthy. You have a stream of income, many streams of income. You are hooked to products that don't have to be sold as far as what is it for. They're in high demand right now by the billions. The amount of streams that you will be involved with, you don't even know. So that's checked. Value of the products, never heard of, right? It's off the chart. That's checked. Giving people what they want, that's checked. Having the support from the company, AI induced, that's checked. So anything else that bothers you, you brought it on yourself. It's just not necessary. You look at something and say, well, I don't know what that is. You're working with a man, of course you don't know what it is. And you can't go back to something you've done and say, man, I've never seen this before. Of course you haven't seen it before. If he did what was done, we would be where they are. We don't want to be where they are. We don't want to be where some of these shiny objects start off. We're going to be with ONPASSIVE. Keep in mind, Amazon did fairly well, and he started in an attic. I believe we're going to do fairly well starting at the top of the Burj Khalifa. Do the math, think about where we're at, think about what our bottom is, which is the highest building in the world. So have peace at that. Just think of where we're launching from. We're not launching to go to the moon, we're launching from the moon. Anyway, that's all I have.
Wow. And you know, the beauty of ONPASSIVE is that we can enjoy this technology, but we don't have to understand it per se. Yes, we want to understand it. It's interesting to pick up, you know, new knowledge, but we don't have to understand the software and all the technicalities of it. All we have to know is that they're good products, the highest quality, superb, user-friendly, integrated, accessed under one roof, high value, lowest prices, but the best quality. Support through AI. We have Sona, who can duplicate herself and serve millions of customers at the same exact second. What company has that? There's no other company that has that. And Sona is AI embedded. It's an amazing product that's going to provide support for the millions and maybe billions of people that come to ONPASSIVE over the years, right? So I think that we have such a good deal. I hope people see it. I know the people here in the webinar see it, but not all the world understands or sees it yet, but they soon will as this marketing campaign proceeds, as ONPASSIVE does a great job in branding itself and teaching people about what we offer. Oh my goodness, the world is going to see what ONPASSIVE offers. And they're going to come to us. As Marty says, and Ash says, we're going to be the hunted. We will not have to go out and hunt. People will come to us because of what we have. So at this point, let's see, do our tech guys want to say anything? We got our 4 guys, Vincent, Oliver, Collins, Bob. The floor is open.
Yes, Lynn.
Go for it, Collins. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. You know, I just want to thank Marty Digamo, Chris Johnson. You know, you guys have just blown our mind, especially with all of this, you know, all what you've said today. We're just listening carefully and really assimilated. You know, and one of the things I just want to tell the founders and those who are non-founders about All Blessed and about ONPASSIVE. I made this statement maybe 6 months ago, and I think most of the founders almost chop off my head. I received a lot of texts and I said, why did you say that? Why did you say that? And I just want to say it again and explain it. So I said, if ONPASSIVE was created just to put money in our pocket so we can go and have good times and enjoy our life, I don't think Mr. Ash Mofara would have created ONPASSIVE, or he would have created ONPASSIVE and then be the world richest man with his family. You know, I made that statement and a lot of founders called me and said, why did you say that? So, you know, it was created for us to really make some money. I said, no, that's not the idea about ONPASSIVE. The idea was replication. So they put money in your pocket, bless you so you can bless others. The moment you go to supermarket, you buy something, you think about your neighbor, what you can offer them, because they always said, blessed is the hands that give it than the hands that take it. It is better to give than receive. And that's when they got it. They said, but how are we going to get this money? I said, ONPASSIVE had the capability to put so much money in the long run in your pocket. The reason why Mr. Ash wants to do this, to put so much money in your pocket in the long run, is because he wants you to replicate what he has done for you. So when he bless you, you can bless someone and the next person can bless. Just imagine the blessing just replicate and replicate. The world will be a better place. And that is when they look at it and say, wow, now I see it. I say, just imagine how big ONPASSIVE is. So I just want to say this, that we are here because of All Blessed, and it's a blessing to be in ONPASSIVE, because just by creating the product All Blessed, it's just to tell you how well calculated Mr. Ash Mofara thought about it and said, let me put something as a crowdfunding application where we can contribute as founders, and even the customers that will come will put something so we can bless the world, you know. And that's just what I wanted to share with the founders and everyone. Lynn, take it over. Thank you.
That's beautiful. You know, duplication, replication, all of that is a powerful thing, you know, and that's what we're going to be seeing within ONPASSIVE. So whatever efforts we personally make will be compounded over time through replication, duplication. It's very, very amazing. Just blows my mind, really, it does. Bob, you look like you're deep in thought.
Until always. So I believe, first of all, let me say thank you to everyone. Thank you, Antiline, Okuron, Madi, Chris. Also to Mr. Zachariah Fang, he's like an uncle of mine. Actually, he's from Cameroon. I know him very well. Uncle, good evening. Good to see you. I believe that if we were to ask Mr. Ash Mofara, what he wants from us as founders, you know, He's doing this all from his pocket, from the generosity of his heart. His heart is a heart of gold. He's taking all the shocks, everything for us. I believe that if we ask him what he wants of us, Ash Mufara is going to say, I want you guys to pay it forward. That's all what he's going to ask of us, to pay it forward. So if you were to do anything for Ash Mufara, if you want him to be happy with you, all 1.3 million founders, is to pay it forward. And we can do that through Obless. If you can permit me, Auntie Lynn, I have a short song that I would like to play for 45 seconds, if it's okay.
Certainly. We'd love to hear it.
Okay, listen, you all. I want everybody to be psyched up. There you go. That's my new signature tune. ONPASSIVE. There you go, John. There you have it. Good night, everyone.
That was nice. Tell us a little bit about it. The background.
The song, we have a founder. His name is John Jinjo. He's one of our founders. He's here in Maryland. He composed and played this song. He has another song, a whole song that he's put together, and he's now actually doing the video together. It's going to be coming out soon. He's going to drop it soon. But this one is just like a signature tune to just introduce, it's just 45 seconds. He sent it to me last week, and I said, why not use it? Hope you. Yeah.
I love it. There's a lot of musicians in our founder family, I've noticed. A lot of talented people coming out of the woodwork, and we get to see more and more of their creativity. And John,
I have another
is
one from another old winners founder, but that one is a little too long. It's like almost 4 minutes, so we'll do that another day.
Another day? Yeah, we'd love to hear it, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oliver?
Yeah, today was a wonderful day talking about the product Obless and what Obless is going to do to humanity. And as a product, it's not only the 1.3 million founders that are going to use it, but the 5 billion or the 8 billion people in the world that are going to use it. And ONPASSIVE is going to drive traffic. This is mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing. What the CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, has done to ONPASSIVE by introducing Obless to us or to the world is something that is going to differentiate ONPASSIVE with all the other tech companies all over the world. And that is branding also ONPASSIVE. Obless is going to brand us, because this is something that has never been heard or never been done by any other tech company. And I want to thank all of us. Chris Johnson, keep doing what you're doing. All of us everybody that has their own humanitarian. I know my brother Collins has something to do in Cameroon, Limbe, the town Limbe. We should keep doing it. Whatever small thing that you want to do for humanity, please do it. This is ONPASSIVE. I just heard what Madi Degamos just talked, what the CEO, that his whole house or living room is full of bags of things that he wants to share. That is the spirit of ONPASSIVE. That is the heart of the spirit of benevolence that all of us we are supposed to have. Please, we should go out there and make the CEO be a proud man and change the world. Thank you.
Thanks, Oliver. Vincent?
Okay, thank you, Auntie. Yeah, I was mute, so I can talk. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all participants, and also thank you all my brothers, Oliver, Bob, and Collins. Thanks, Matty and Chris. They give us a good speak today, and then wonderful presentation, was very good, great. So once again, is on OBLESS is the heart of ONPASSIVE, and then as our CEO said, is lifting the humanity. So we have to use the humanity OBLESS to bless also other people, because with ONPASSIVE we know that we'll have enough, and then that enough we'll get is also use it to bless other people around us, around the world, everywhere. So this is also one of the objectives of our CEO, to create the ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is not only, some people, when they come to ONPASSIVE, they think only about money. And then they will, after the webinar, they will call me, oh, great leader, when we're going to lunch, when the money is coming. I say, no, ONPASSIVE is not only money. ONPASSIVE is also about love one to another. And then ONPASSIVE is think about what you are in, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to help other people? This is something, or some question you need to ask yourself, not thinking always asking the question, when are we going to lunch? No, you are not engaged. Because if you come to ONPASSIVE, maybe the first objective I came here, I said, oh, maybe it's for money. But now I realize that it's a family. We are here for love. We are here to give our heart to help other people, because where we have, maybe some people they don't have. So we are here ONPASSIVE to help humanity. So, and then with the OBLESS is also is everything for, or if you understand OBLESS, you understand ONPASSIVE. So if you're ONPASSIVE and then you don't understand OBLESS, that means you are not in yet. So you need to understand OBLESS, because OBLESS is the heart of ONPASSIVE. So that's why. So nothing is small. As a Tesco in LIKE said, every little help. So if it's maybe one P is enough to help. Anything you have, put it to OBLESS and then help humanity. So we are here to help humanity. Thank you, guys. Thank all the participants, and also thank our Auntie Lynn for this great webinar.
Thank you, Vincent. Appreciate it. We're going to be winding down, but I see that Joyce Hicks has her hand up, so we'd like to have her speak with us for a few minutes. Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Lynn. Hi, Ron. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Lynn, for letting me speak. I know it's the last minute, but I just wanted to share this, that I planted my flag over 2 years ago, but and I know this is not religious or anything, but I just have to share this. The other night, God gave me a glimpse into Ash's heart, and he said that we will never know how big his heart is and how much he loves humanity, because his heart is so big that he's a giver, that God has opened up his heart, and he is a mouthpiece of love. He's opened up his heart, and he's given him so many ideas and so many plans that we'll never know how big his heart is. And he also gave me just a short glimpse into his mind. And he said his mind is like this computer that lights up. And when his mind lights up, it just begins to work, it begins to run, it begins to operate in ways that we can never know, that's beyond our ability and our understanding, because God gives him ideas, and he gives him dreams, and he gives him direction. He said for us to embrace the journey and enjoy and just follow, because when this is done, it's going to be so big that the world will know, they will know that it was done by God, because only he could do something like this. But I just needed to share that and get it out. So our love for ONPASSIVE, Mr. Ash, and OBLESS is going to be beyond anything that we could have. When we say it's beyond our imagination, it's way beyond anything we could even imagine or think. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard the things that's in store for us on this journey. So embrace the journey, sit back. It's done for you. There's nothing to do but shed your love, share humanity, lift up humanity, lift up each other, and enjoy the journey. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Joyce. That was just beautiful. Hello, Paul. We'll have Paul be our last speaker today. You can unmute yourself now. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Lynn. How you doing?
Good, Paul.
Tremendous. Great job. Good to see you. Great, great. I love your patience with the people. It's marvelous to see and to to know that we can develop the same ability to be patient with each other. It's a great attribute of a leadership.
Thank you.
So, you know, when I was a child, I benefited from a program that was run by a company called World Vision. And it was important for us because for me, if it wasn't for that program, I might not be where I am today. So to see Unpassive and the role it's going to play in the world, it's going to be just amazing. You know, when I first heard about Unpassive, I just joined it without really knowing what it was. And it was approximately 2 months later, I was walking in Manhattan and something whispered in my ear, this thing is going to change the world. And I called my buddy in Trinidad and Tobago right away and was just saying to him, this thing is going to change the world. I just heard it. And I can see it happening. It is just setting up, and it's going to create such an impact that everyone will be looking and people will be saying, but this company is doing the thing that the churches are supposed to be doing. It's literally taking a role that the churches in some countries got their approval to do, which is to help to empower the poor and the poverty trodden. So this is just amazing to be a part of, to see it happening, and it's gonna be a glorious thing to behold. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Thank you,
Thank
Paul.
you.
I think we're
Welcome.
all blessed. We're fortunate and blessed in many more ways than one, right? We're absolutely in a great place on a wonderful journey called Unpassive. Thank you. All right, we're going to be wrapping it up. Okay, the absolute last speaker today is Mr. Sayan Ghosh. Okay, I'm repeating that. Last speaker, Mr. Sayan Ghosh.
Thank you, Lynn. Hello, everyone. I am Mr.
Hello.
Shayan Ghosh from India.
Welcome.
I say Mr. S. Mupare is great man. S. Mupare is creating history. ONPASSIVE is, I believe, ONPASSIVE is going top, and ONPASSIVE opportunities, world big opportunity, and ONPASSIVE going really top. I believe ONPASSIVE creating history, and Oblast is humanity product, and every preference going top.
Yes,
Thank you,
right.
everyone.
Thank you. I think we all agree with you. Unpassive is going to the top and is at the top actually already. And we are all on this wonderful journey. Thank you, Mr. Sayan Ghosh. Please come again. Visit Friday Night Live every week, okay? Thank you. All right, so let's wrap it up. I'm going to have our last person speak, and that's going to be Chris Johnson, and then I'm going to give my thanks and acknowledgement after Chris speaks.
Hey, Lynn, I don't know what else I can say, but we are the luckiest people in the world. And I thank everyone. Back to you, Lynn. That's all I got.
Thank you. No, short and sweet and heartfelt. Thank you. All right. So at this time, I want to thank everyone for being here. And I want to give my thanks to the people that make Friday Night Live possible. First of all is Marty DeGarmo. Is Marty here? I was going to add him. Are you there, Marty? Where are you? Do you guys see him?
He left.
Oh, okay. Thank you to Marty because he always enables us to live stream and to use the corporate webinar so that we can have lots of participants. And that's very lucky that we get to do that. So we never want to take him for granted. And we also want to thank Bill Must, who creates our lovely graphics for us, which I just love. Thank you to Chris Johnson. As you can see, he's always here every Friday night. Thank you for giving up your precious Friday for us. And thank you to Julie. She's always there behind the scenes helping us. We appreciate each and every one of you, the tech guys as well, who are here faithfully every week. And most of all, to thank you, our attendees, for without you, we would not even have Friday Night Live. So at this time, we would like to have you unmute and everybody can say bye-bye to one another.
Bye-bye.
Nice winning.
Winners never know.
Good night to all.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
night to all of you.
Bye.
Bye, John. Hey, John.
Everyone.
Thanks,